Hey y'all, happy Sunday. Hello. Um, y'all, I am cooking. I'm in the middle. I'm like towards I'm at the halfway mark, let me say. So I'm just gonna show y'all what I've done so far really quick and explain what I've done with each thing. I'm just cooking some stuff together to put on a plate. You guys see how I look today. I have done my skincare on my face and stuff. I want to talk to you guys because like I told you, something happened Friday. So um, this morning when I got up, I kind of just had to go through my emails, go through all my messages. I wanted to catch up and respond to everyone on here. But then also, um, I needed to kind of get my thoughts and my things together for what I need to do tomorrow. Tomorrow was Monday, and I got a mission. I got some stuff I got to get done. So, I'm going to show you what's going on with the food first, and then as I'm like cutting up the sweet potatoes and stuff, I can talk to y'all and let you know what's going on, and we'll just have a little Sunday chat. All right, so let me take y'all with me real quick. Okay, so what I did, you guys, I had some little thin sliced steak. So we're just doing some smothered. I gotta take these damn house shoes off, y'all. I got on my Christmas house shoes, and they got bells on them, and they're getting on my nerves, and they're gonna be a little annoying while I'm moving around. So I need to put something else on my feet. But anyway, so there we go. We got like some thin sliced steak, okay, and we got some onions. So what I do is I start that off with I just put like a can of beef broth in the pan, and I put the steak in there, and then I like just sprinkle some salt and pepper, and I let it go for just a little bit. I'm gonna let it kind of build up the heat, and then once it builds up the heat, I'll slice the onion. I'll put the onion in there. I let it simmer down for a little bit, and then when it's pretty much to the point where we just want it to simmer a little bit to get the tenderness, I'll pour some gravy in there. Either I'll make some gravy, but this time I just use some jar Heinz beef gravy, and I put the gravy in there. So now you see it's just simmering down, so that it can get that tenderness. And then we have some. I just did a bag of party chicken wings. So the little drumlets and flats. So I had a bag of those. So that's what we have in the oven here. So you just I use Lawry's seasoned salt. So I use that. I sprinkle that on the bottom of the pan, and then a little bit on the top of the chicken, and then I'll do like a little bit of pepper. Okay, so I sprinkle that, and then I put that in the oven. I put it in the oven covered with aluminum foil. That way, I put it in there for about, they were frozen, so I put them in there for about 45 minutes so that they can thaw, they can cook. And then once they are cooked all the way down, I put some barbecue sauce on them. Oh, you guys, I need to plug in my phone. Uh-oh. So I put some barbecue sauce in there. And then I take the foil off, and I raise the heat from 350 to 400, and so that they can get like, kind of like crispy on both sides, and the barbecue sauce can cook down in there. So that's what we got. We just got some chicken wings. Okay, so those are cooking down. They're about ready for me to flip them over, so so they can get kind of like that, a little crispy texture on both ends. Let me let my dog in real quick, you guys. It's snowing, y'all. Y'all see that out there? It's snowing. Y'all, it just won't quit. It just won't quit. Okay, so that's what I'm doing as far as the meat. And I got my water boiling. Let me take these. I don't know if y'all can hear them bells, but that is just irritating. So anyway, so I got my water boiling. If you see them hot dogs back there, I put those on just so the kids could have something earlier to throw, just to eat something real quick while I was cooking. But those are turkey hot dogs, by the way. Oscar Mayer. Okay, so, but I got my water boiling for my macaroni, so I just got a box of just regular elbows. And I got my water, has the salt and pepper in there. It's boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and put these in there so they can boil, because I'm going to make some baked macaroni and cheese. And then I'm going to make some sweet potatoes. So while this is boiling and these noodles are cooking, I'm going to slice up my sweet potatoes and put those on, which honestly, I'm late on those. Those should have been on the stove, but it's cool. I'm not making a whole lot, so they'll cook pretty fast. So yeah, so that's it, y'all. I need to probably make maybe a can of corn or something like that. Oh, you guys, Armand Wiggins, he just posted. He's on there now. But I still got to talk to y'all. So I'm going to need to go get my charger in a second, you guys. Because my phone is only at 5%. And I don't even know if it's going to last enough time for me to cut these sweet potatoes. But, let's see. So I got a bag of sweet potatoes here. I'm not going to make all of these. I just got too many of them. But it's all good. Baked sweet potatoes are the best. You can throw one of these in the microwave, once wash it off good, throw it in the microwave for about 4 or 5 minutes, let it get tender, put some butter and some brown sugar, girl. So if you got some extra sweet potatoes around your house, they can go to use. Don't worry, they can go to use. So yeah, you guys, so I just want to tell you guys, so basically Friday I got laid off. And I got laid off because I told you guys I have to, let me grab my slicer, hold on. Okay, you guys, so I got laid off, and I got laid off because, I told you guys I had to schedule my exam. I'm going through a licensing process because the work that I do have to be licensed by the state, to efficiently do my job, legally and everything. I need to be able I need to be licensed. Okay, and so it's been a long process because I do have a background, and because, did I just cut myself? But because of my background, it's been about 13 years now, and I've did everything I was supposed to do. I've always worked since I was 16 years old, but even since I've, got in trouble and all of that stuff, I have redeemed myself, you guys. I have, any business that I've been in, I have, been in the business of being the manager or running the business. Any position I've had, I've always done well. Like anywhere that I've worked, I can go back to doing that. It's just that the job that I currently have been working for the last couple of years, they pay well. It's not something that's strenuous or anything like that. You go in there, you do your job, you go home. It's regular business hours, no weekends. So, it's a good thing to do. And then the other thing that I have to get licensed to do, I had let that go some years ago. And I wanted to get back into doing that because that would be like my second income. And that is going to be, and with that position, that is something that will bring me up to speed. That will get me where I want to be and more, as far as financially. And so I do need to go through the licensing process for that. And so I'm doing them both at the same time. Anyway, the job that I'm at, basically we just got word that, so the company that I'm applying for, they know, and the person that's hired me, they hired me on to work while I'm going through the licensing process. But it's to the point now where I can't really, it's putting, the job, I can't really be there until I am licensed. So there you have it, you guys. And this week is my son's birthday, and then next week is my daughter's birthday, and I got my 18-year-old or my 19-year-old graduating in a couple of months, and my son's tuition, he's re-registering for next year because he's in a private high school. So of course when things like this happen, and then y'all know my car wrecked me, so, but it's just stuff like this happens. When you're so close, like you're right there. Within 4 to 6 weeks away of having everything that you need to be in place, everything that you have worked for, everything that you have struggled for is almost there, what happens? So, hold on, you guys. I gotta get these noodles, make sure they're not sticking. So, you guys, that is what happened to me Friday. And basically, I gotta I have to have some income coming in. And this is why I say you never rely on one income. You should never rely on one income in this day and age. And the reason why I say that is because, unless you're like in the health field or working for the government or something like that, I wouldn't suggest that you only depend on one form of income, because you never know. Businesses that we never thought would close are closing these days. You never know what's going on with the company, just everything that is in corporate, just depending on your position, and it's just all about your individual situation. But I just suggest that anyone who is working for someone, always find something, even if it's some residual income that you don't have to show up for. I'm not saying work 2 jobs your whole life, but I am saying that you do need to find something, some way that you can make other money. Whether if it's selling something, you may have a great job or a great financial situation, so you have a lot of nice things and stuff like that, and things that you recycle through, or things you don't use up. If it's from selling things on the internet to a second job, to just something that you can do in your own spare time, to something online where you can set it up and it is always, it's just residual, where you don't even have to do anything once you set it up. It just makes the money for you. Anything that anything that will bring in another stream of income. So basically, I just had to get my ducks in a row. So the job I worked at before, I think I may go back there just for a little bit, because this will only be maybe like a month or two at the most process. So I did schedule my exam. I told you guys I did. And so once I take my exam, that's when I can put in my application. And then once, the application, they have to answer back within 30 days. So that's why I'm saying like a month process, and I can go back to work, and he's like, he's sorry, he's been, we've been trying to work it out all of this time, but it's just, when you come up on compliance things and stuff like that, and then they say certain things and you have to agree to them or tell them, this isn't going on, and it is, it's like, we got to be careful, because we don't want it to be where, I can be off work for these next couple months, but I can also still work and something bad happen in the next couple months and then never have, the job be gone, just period. So I'm okay with that. It's not, I do have money saved up, and, so I'm not just totally tripping or nothing like that, but I wanted to let you guys know. Well, I will definitely be on here a lot more, and we can do a lot more things. But besides that, I wanted to use my experience as a lesson for everybody, and just as a testimony and a teaching moment, to have a plan B. Always have a plan B, y'all. You have to, with anything, and like I said, I'm not saying bust your ass and work 2 jobs and be tired all the fucking time, but I am saying look into some things. There may be something that you just really enjoy doing, or you really enjoy making, or something you like to do in your spare time that you can actually make income doing. There can be, something that maybe you do work a second job or something just to get you caught up and to build yourself up, or put yourself out there for different connections to maybe something you're already doing. Just anything to secure your future. And The main reason why it's unless you're working for the government or in healthcare is because it's not the same as it used to be where any job you get, supplies health care or, when you retire, you'll have a pension. I mean, Social Security isn't even promised anymore. So it's like, they take it out of your check and you pay into it, but who knows that it's going to be available once you need it. And so a lot of people these days, that's why you see a lot of older people still working, and that sort of thing, because they have to pay for medicines, insurance. Their Social Security check is not, enough to pay for the expenses, and that's even for the older people who did have jobs back then where they gave you. So I mean, nothing is promised. Most jobs now, it's like you work there, but once you're not an employee anymore, you're cut off. That's it. There is no retirement. There is no check after that. And if you don't have the savings, or you didn't have some account or something set up outside of that, you're fucked. So always try to save, and that's why we were talking about saving. Saving a little bit here and there, because we should always be, the rule is to be about 3 months ahead. You should always have about 3 months savings, and that means that you can take care of your monthly expenses, gas, food, your home utilities, your rent, your mortgage, insurance, any bills that you have. We're supposed to have about 3 months saved up, so that if something happens, we are able, we're okay. We have some time to kind of, figure things out and set something else up. So I just wanted to come on here, you guys, and tell you that I'm going to come back on. I'm going to go get my charger, and we're going to talk about a situation in a little bit more depth that we already talked about. But I wanted to tell you guys what happened. It is Sunday. It is beautiful. We are alive. We have another chance. So nothing is sad over here. I just want to use this as a teaching moment to tell you that this is why I speak the way I do, and this is why I say let's always be better. Let's always be working towards something better, because you never know what life is going to throw at you. You just never know. Life is life. All we got to do is just learn how to deal with it. So I'll talk to y'all in a minute. Let me get my charger and stuff, and then we will talk, and we will finish dinner. Okay? Love y'all.